How's it, Earthlings? I welcome the Great Mother and each of you with an open heart. My name is Anya and I connect with the energy of Gaia and the Great Mothers. And this timeless reading, she's offering you a message for those who are aligned to receive it. And today we're going to ask Mother Gaia and the Great Mothers, what role does the environment play on the collective spiritual journey? What role does the environment play in the spiritual journey of this collective? And I'm going to pull us an oracle card. And I will pull a stone as well that brings in the solar, the sun energy. And so we will get messages from the sun as well. And then I will cast some bones. My bone collection comes from different continents, different species, different time zones. I received all my bones through the years they came to me. I usually pick them up. There's always for me such a blessing when I go out for hikes and I find a bone and it's like it was waiting for me. And then these animals come and speak. A lot of times it's also shells, so it's bringing also the voices from rivers and oceans. A lot of my shells come from rivers all over the world, and also plants, some seeds. So we have the card that's called Unconditional Love. I remind you of the magic of love. You are blessed. And I can already tell, I can already feel it in my heart, and I can see the heart opening up here in this beautiful feminine goddess. And I'm not sure if she is pregnant. It kind of looks like it, or it's just her doing sort of healing with her hands. But she's wearing the feathers, which represents wisdom and communication messages from spirit. And her heart chakra is just beautifully opened and beautiful energy. And then I'm just going to draw a sunstone. This week, as I'm doing this reading, it is the solar eclipse, and there's different phases of the sun in these stones. So this one is talking about high noon. The sun is already risen, it's right above you, and you are in, if you look at these cycles, you are right in it. You are right in this warmth and in this and in this unconditional love energy. So I'm going to bring in the Fauna and Flora kingdoms. Please tell us, what role does environment play in this collective spiritual journey What role does environment play in this collective spirit journey? Let's see what Mother Earth and her beings wants to share today. What is it that you want to share with us today? Okay. What environment? How does our environment play a role in our spiritual journey? The environment is making us strong. The environment is making you strong. It's making you resilient. This is a tooth of a yak. I found this when I was in Nepal in the Himalayas, and it was just laying on the road, and I picked it up, and it speaks of an animal that is just made for harsh conditions. It can be at extremely high elevation. It can be in extreme cold, just living off grass, and it's just flourishing, you know, and it's flourishing in such a way that it provides warm wool, milk, creates cheese for people living here. So through its resilience and its ability to evolve, it has created blessings for those around them. Yeah, so it's interesting because it's actually talking about kind of harsh environment here. It's talking about high noon sun. So it's almost like you are sitting in the sun. There is no shade. It's just coming down on you. And at first you feel sweaty and you're like, oh, it's burning my eyes. It is uncomfortable. Now I'm thirsty. But the mother is also saying, the beloved is saying that if it wasn't for the sun, you will not exist. If it wasn't for the sun, you would not be. So it's warmth. It is that rays that makes you create vitamin D. It makes you stay warm. It makes you be able to see, be able to go out during the day and be able to maneuver because you have light, and that's the sun. It's almost the environment is saying, look, there is things in your life that is going to feel sometimes uncomfortable, but it's that exact same thing that is tempering you, and it's so needed on this spiritual journey. This is a tooth of a horse. I believe I found it in Colorado. And the horse talks about... Oh, the horse has so many archetypes and roles in spirituality. It is embedded in all cultures. The horse is seen as a psychopomp in many cultures, so it helps souls crossing over from this realm to the next realm. It is also messengers. It is, you know, if you read Revelations about the horses that comes in of the end times, not only do they bring messages that also represent an eras. They are vehicles in war. So if the war is successful, it will bring in new regimes, it will bring in new governments, it will bring in just new it will bring in new chapters into our lives, whether it's good or bad. And horses have incredible large big heart chakras and just beautiful loving animals. And which brings me back to this card of unconditional love. And the mother is saying that unconditional love doesn't mean necessarily pampering and spoiling you. Unconditional love is you sitting with your discomfort and learning from your discomfort so that you can grow. As the yak is up in the high altitude of the Himalayas, it just had to learn to become a very big animal on just eating grass. It had to learn to grow incredible warm animal fibers, probably one of the warmest animal fiber besides cashmere. This over here is walrus. This is from animals in Antarctica. Once again, they have learned how to now have a lot of blubber and how to hibernate. So Mother Earth is saying unconditional love is not taking the pain away from you. It's not making life cushy and comfortable for you. It is there so that you can learn and become stronger and evolve. That's exactly what evolution is for animals. And we once again have the alligator. I still don't know how to say this. The scoot. So it's like the protection of the alligator. So it evolved over, I don't know, alligators probably been around for millennia. Since they connected to the dinosaurs, it have learned how to grow thick skin. And now it is an apex predator. So Mother Earth is saying, you are not being punished. There is no such thing as suffering. There's only conditions for you to evolve and to become spiritually extremely strong. And if you see that circumstances and the environment in your life is there to temper you into the strongest steel, to become the most sharpest of weapon for spirit, you will see it as for the blessing that it is. Yeah, and this is a coyote bone, and the coyote is talks a lot about trickster energy. So something appears as one thing, but it's really something else. And Mother Earth is saying something appears as just painful and, hot and uncomfortable, and you will think, oh, this is just not conducive for living. But that's the exact same thing that is making you such a spiritually strong, steady being on this beautiful journey. And it's lifetime after lifetime after lifetime of just growing and evolving and expanding through the tempering of your environment and this planet and the lives we lead. It's a long journey. It started a long time ago, and every tempering of your environment is growing, is compressing that piece of coal to become a diamond. It's aggravating that a pearl in the oyster. And it's truly unconditional love. It's kind of interesting to say that what's supposed to be our suffering is also a form of unconditional love from Spirit, if it is used as a blessing. Here, this is a show I found in the Seine in France, and it represents past lives, multiple lives. So it's just a confirmation that to also not to rush it, to understand that your spiritual journey is spread out through infinity, through many, many, many lifetimes, many realms, dimensions, countries, and it's a beautiful long journey. And if you can see that life in its totality is beautiful, filled with unconditional love, and that everything that feels uncomfortable, we have the number 5 here, which represents, in the tarot, it's the Hierophant. So it's talking about knowledge, beliefs, education, and it's also in the minor arcana. The 5 represents, conflict, despair, lack, deceit. So it's like you cannot have the one with the other. To be on your spiritual path as a Hierophant, you're also going to be in the 5 of the minor arcana of having to go through despair, betrayal, moments where you feel like you are just in barrenness, you're out in the cold. But that's while you're out in the cold, that's when you evolve in learning, like, oh, if I can hibernate, if I have blubber, if I can move in a new way, I am now something new, I'm something stronger, I'm something more beautiful in a way. So what a tough message that is, because I know for us as humans, it's sometimes hard to accept that pain and suffering can also open doors to something very beautiful and strong in us, something courageous. And then that in itself becomes a gift that we can give to future generations, and the upliftment of humanity, and also beautiful lessons in our future generations, how to live with the planet and how to to listen and to grow with her. So open your heart, see everything as a blessing, as an opportunity. See this journey as being tempered into something so strong and beautiful. And let the sun shine upon you. Let the heat and the light make you shine. I think that's our message for today. Thank you, Earth family, for being part of this reading. As we close, may you carry this energy into the rest of your day. Jai Ma.